Is the Carnival Panorama cruise ship worth going on? Let's find out with a ship tour. My name is Ruben and I am not a cruise expert, even though I love ducks. Speaking of which, I snuck some ducks into this video, so let me know in the comments below if you find them. Now let's kick off the tour and you will find out the most impressive thing at the very end. Deck 3. When we first walk onto the Carnival Panorama, we arrive onto the atrium on deck 3. You are greeted by this amazing Grand Atrium that spans 3 decks. And the center of it all is the atrium bar and this amazing LED pillar that changes throughout the day. If you turn right and face 4, you are looking towards the front or bow of the ship. There is Carnival Adventures on the port or left side and guest services on your starboard or right side. Back on the other side of the bar is the 4 restaurant, Horizon, where you go for early or late dining. To help you remember, 4 is towards the front of the ship and aft is towards the back of the ship. Like your aft, the Horizon will also be the meeting point for Carnival excursions and Chef's Table. If you haven't done Chef's Table, you need to check out this video where I go over my entire experience. Before we continue to deck 4, let's rewind and let me show you how I got here. Tips for getting here. The Carnival Panorama sails out of Long Beach, California, and most people get here via plane or car. If you are flying in, it is recommended to fly in the day before just in case your flight gets delayed or canceled. Speaking of waiting, I drove in and made a huge rookie mistake and got here at the worst time around 10:15 a.m. I never got communication that we needed to park off-site, so I got here way later than I should have. I dropped my check-in luggage with the porters before heading off to the Long Beach Convention Center where all cars must park off-site. You walk out this way and take the bus back to the port. About an hour later, I finally got back to the port to wait in this huge line. The security line took about an hour, so 2 hours after I first arrived, I finally got on the ship around 12:09 p.m. A few tips for you. If you take an Uber here and you see the crazy long line getting into the parking garage, ask them to drop you off at the Queen Mary. You'll have to walk a little bit extra, but this will shave potentially an hour off waiting in that huge line. Even though I was mad at myself for getting on much later than I had planned and wanted to, I still love the walk down the aisle. Okay, let's head back inside the atrium and go up to deck 4. Deck 4. In the atrium on the mezzanine deck 4, we see 2 of these shops. There is a liquor and tobacco shop here. Note that any liquor you buy is held until you disembark, so you can't just buy a bottle and get blasted. However, stay tuned for a tip on how to get free alcohol on your cruise. And here is cherry on top with all kinds of great candy and stuffed animals. Maybe they have animals stuffed with candy. Who knows? On the other side of the atrium, we can find another shop with even more things to buy. Let's go in here and check it out. All right, you can see that they've got some other things to buy. This is mostly for the ladies. You can find some purses here. You can find some outfits. Other things. They've got little things like earrings, some little trinkets and stuff. Just other things for you to check out if you want to get some shopping. Going forward from the atrium, we get to the Liquid Lounge. This spans decks 4 and 5. This hosts theater performances and other entertainment shows. There is a bar here. And if you go upstairs, there are more seats. These center raised seats are my favorite for watching anything here, especially the theater shows. Walking back across the atrium, we get to the casino. There are tons of slot machines as well as lots of table games like blackjack and craps. There is even a non-smoking area tucked back here. A non-smoking area? That's amazing! If we keep walking aft, we get to the Heroes Tribute Bar where you can get a drink or watch some sports and hang out. They also stuck an electronic poker table here in the corner where you can often find me. Continuing aft, we see the art gallery, where they've got all kinds of cool paintings. Down the hall, we have the Limelight Lounge, which hosts fun things like the comedy shows and Quest. Oops, we can't say that anymore. Oh, and if you are a night owl, you can come back and get your nightclub on.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us.
Deck 3 and 4. If we round the corner, we get to the stern or back of the ship. This is the Vista or aft restaurant. This restaurant is on both decks 3 and 4. Let's go down to the main entrance on deck 3 and check it out. If you have any time dining, this is where you will come for dinner. This is also where they have breakfast, sea day brunch, and tea time. Pro tip, before you walk all the way over here for dinner, open the Carnival Hub app and check in first. You have to do this in order to get seated, so you might as well do this from the comfort of your cabin because you will get notified when your table is ready. Fun fact, on the Hub app, you can see your table number and see if you need to go check in on deck 3 or 4. Even though I was cruising solo, I made some amazing friends and we all came here for dinner. Check out this video for how I cruise solo and some tips for making friends. For breakfast, if you like salmon, get it. It is consistently really good and I usually ask for it by itself as a side. On sea days, I highly recommend coming to sea day brunch. They have a lot more options than the usual breakfast and some things are really amazing, like the steak, French toast, skillet cake. Their 7-layer chocolate cake was also amazing and I took some to go. Some dinner highlights for me were the crawfish strudel, escargot, barbecue spare rib, and of course, lobster on the second elegant night. On the last sea day, you can also come here from 3 to 4 p.m. for tea time. I was pretty disappointed because the Radiance had a much better tea time, 6.12 out of 10. But I made some great friends. Dylan even 3D printed this duck and gave it to me.
This is the duck, this is Dylan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Deck 2, Family Harbor. If we go down one deck, we can check out the Family Harbor area where you get access if you book a Family Harbor cabin. Stay tuned for a full tour of all the panorama cabins. There's an elevator. We want to head back up to deck 5 and we can take the stairs or elevators to get there. There are 3 sets of stairs and elevators at the fore, mid, and aft of the ship to get you up and down. If you do take the elevator, there are these so-called smart elevators where you need to select your desired deck first and then look for the letter corresponding to the elevator that will take you there. Once you get in, there are no buttons to push, so make sure you only get on the correct elevator, otherwise you might get stuck going nowhere. Deck 5. Now that we are up on the Deck 5 atrium, let's check out the fun shop. This shop has beauty products, clothing, all kinds of other interesting souvenir, swag, perfume, and cologne. You can find watches here. This area is dedicated to jewelry. And sometimes they wheel out a jewelry cart into the atrium. Pro tip, look for the liquor tasting event where you can sample 2 shots of liquor for free. Going aft from the atrium, we see the library here on the starboard side. They have all kinds of cool games to play that you can borrow. There are some amazing seating areas and even a chess table. It's a great area to just come and chill. Across from the library is the piano bar. This place was packed most nights, and for good reason. Next to the library is Teppanyaki. Fun fact, they serve the same food with the same super fun experience for lunch, but for less money. Next to Teppanyaki is Bonsai Sushi. Across the way is Fahrenheit Steakhouse. I did not have a chance to eat here, but when I did on the Firenze and the Radiance, it was amazing. Check out the full review here. Alchemy Bar. This is one of my favorite bars because it is centrally located, easy to get to, and it is a great meeting point. Plus, they make some of the best mixed drinks. I highly recommend trying one out. If you head aft on the port side, you will run into the central stairs, an elevator, and a dead end. Looping back around the Alchemy Bar, let's turn right and head aft. On the starboard side, we run into Pixels, where you can grab that glamour shot of yourself. Right past Pixels is Guy's Pig and Anchor Brewhouse. If you have been on other Carnival ships that have barbecue for lunch, this is so much more. Of course, they do have free barbecue lunch on embarkation and sea days. I found the lunch here is way better than that on the Radiance or Frenzy. It is also a bar and pub that serves craft beer. They have live music here and dinner that you can pay extra for. I came here for dessert one night and had their apple cobbler. It wasn't bad. 7.21 out of 10. Next to Guys is JavaBlue Cafe, where you can get coffee, some sweet treats, and even milkshakes. Ocean Plaza is this really cool area with lots of great seating to hang out. They have lots of entertainment here with karaoke, live music, trivia. Part of Ocean Plaza is the Plaza Bar. Fun fact, they also serve coffee here. Moving aft to the stern of the ship, you will find the Havana Bar. This is in the very back. They have great seating areas for sitting and hanging out, and often have live music to dance to. I got the kiss on the lips from the bar. If we slip past these doors, we get to the outside Havana area, which is restricted only to guests who have a Havana cabin. This is the stern or back of the ship, and there is a private pool, 2 jacuzzis, and lots of seating. Some special Havana balcony cabins have easy access in and out from their balcony. What do you think of these balconies? If we keep walking forward on either side of the ship, we get back to public areas with great seating to enjoy the outside. Deck 6. From the 4 elevators and stairs, we can check out the warehouse video arcade. On the other side of the stairs is Circle C and Club O2. Deck 7. Going up one deck to deck 7, we find Sky Zone. Panorama is the only cruise ship in the world with a Sky Zone on it. But this isn't even the best part of the ship. Stay tuned to the end for that. Deck 1, 8, and 9. If you're wondering, decks 1, 8, and 9 are cabins only. Check out this video for a tour of all the different cabins on the Carnival Panorama. Deck 15. Let's head all the way up to deck 15 into the 4, where we can find the Serenity Lounge. The only thing on deck 15 is the Serenity Lounge. This is all the way forward on the bow of the ship and has all these areas to lounge and hang out in. It can get packed during the day. There are 2 spas, fresh creations with salads and more healthy food. And also a bar, deck 14. If we go down one deck, we get to Cloud9 Salon where you can get your hair did, your nails did, and everything else did. Stay tuned for the rest of the Cloud9 Spa Tour. If we go down to deck 12 and all the way across and go aft, we can go back up to deck 14 and check out the ropes course and SkyRide. I'm afraid of heights, so I didn't check it out. Have you been on it? Deck 12. Back on deck 12, we can find these amazing aft views at the stern of the ship. There are also some great outdoor activities like this mini golf, basketball court, and a jogging track. In here, there is a clubhouse for the youth. Moving to the center of the ship, we can overlook the main Lido area with some great seating to get some sun. If we keep going, we can get to Carnival WaterWorks. These are the water slides and are so much fun. Going all the way to the 4 is the Cloud9 Spa. You have your treatment rooms, relaxation rooms, and the fitness center to work out. Deck 11, Central Lido area. Going back outside on deck 11, we have this Lido sandwich where you can be outside while still being covered from the sun and being shielded from the wind. At night, these seats light up. This deck is great for people watching the entire Central Lido area. In the aft right above the buffet is both Cucina del Capitano, the Italian restaurant, and JiJi's Asian kitchen. Both are specialty restaurants, meaning you have to pay extra. Pro tip, come here for lunch, where you can get a taste for free. I had JiJi's for dinner one night and it was amazing. I had the pork belly for an appetizer, 10.12 out of 10. I had the beef and noodles for the main dish, 8.71 out of 10. There was a ton of food and I could have had leftovers. For dessert, I had these caramelized crepes, 8.13 out of 10. I liked it so much, I came back for lunch the next day. Highly recommend. Plus 1,000 Asia points. Deck 10, buffet. Going down the stairs from JiJi's, we get to the buffet, which is on deck 10 aft. There are drink stations for water, lemonade, hot chocolate, and coffee. There's also swirls for frozen yogurt and ice cream. They are not open all the time, but the gelato here is amazing. I highly recommend you check it out. The Deli is also here and serves hot and cold sandwiches. In 2024, Carnival started rolling out a midnight buffet that goes from 11:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. and has some munchy type snacks. If we head aft to the stern, we get to the aft pool that also has 2 spas. In the middle is the Tides Bar. On the port side is Pizzeria del Capitano, which has the famous thin sliced pizza that people love. Unfortunately, gone are the days of 24/7 pizza and they close at midnight. On the starboard side is Seafood Shack. I love Seafood Shack. On other ships, I've had the crab cake, lobster roll, crablet. So this time I tried their seafood platter. It was good, but I prefer the crab or lobster. What is your favorite part of the panorama? Let me know in the comments below. Going forward from the buffet, we get to the Central Lido area. Starboard side is Guy's Burger, where you can get an amazing burger and fries. One time they ran out of both ketchup and mayonnaise, but this amazing human went and grabbed a bottle for me so I can enjoy my burger and fries. On the opposite side, Blue Iguana for Mexican food. On both sides of the Lido deck are 2 different bars flanking the main Lido pool, Tequila Bar and RedFrog from Bar. Here is my favorite part of the ship, the main Lido pool and central Lido area. I am so impressed with the design of this area and how there are 3 decks. There are 2 decks for people watching, and you can fit so many people up here. There is this huge area on deck 10 for activities like ice carving, 80s glow night, Dennis brought all the cool stuff and we got dressed up. Silent disco party. It's pretty cool when you're wearing the headphones and kind of weird when you're not. They also play movies at night. Once every cruise on Sea Day, there is a towel animal takeover, which is really cool to see. You have to get up pretty early to catch them in their natural habitat before the humans scare them off. But the most fun event on the Lido Deck is the sail away party. Now, if you like this video, check out this next one.